Reminisce on dangerous summers, was just a thug nigga working for drug dealers in neighborhood. Run about the age of 13, we was gunning, and it was fun to see the police running. Niggas disappear when we come and live. Nappy head shorty, addicted to drinking 40. My niggas is naughty, and y'all niggas is fucking corny. But you left me in the summer of '89, a very good year. Crack cocaine sales rose.
Hey, it's Beamer-Fonz, and this is the BMW paddle shifter wiring harness, specifically for E9X, but I think it works on E60s. Now, the way I showed you guys how to wire this before is if you don't want to spend $25, $50 on this. But if you do buy this, excuse me, I will show you how to put this in right now. It's super easy. 1 plug, 2 plug, and then those pins that were in my other video, these go into. So, let's get into it. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is get a flat thing. Come in your car, if it's wet outside, grab hold of your shifter, pull firmly up. Then, take your flat thing, get that to pop up. Then, you've got a connector right there. Unplug that, and then I'll show you. Once that's unplugged, pull this up, turn it out of the way. Then you want to grab that blue plug. You need to get that. So get yourself some pliers or whatever you need. You are not going to have these red wires here. This is how I currently have it wired up. These are going to be gone. You will not have these, so ignore these red wires. Okay, so to make this a bit easier on yourself, the next thing you're going to do is unplug this, the blue one here. Then you're going to lift this up. You're going to pop this up. So you're going to want to pull it from start here. Once this pops up, mine's a little bit easy because I broke a clip. Unplug. Oh, God, I hate doing stuff with one hand. I need to hire a filmer. There we go. Get that out of the way. Pop this up gently. Yeah, that was not very gently, but okay. Get my auxiliary wire out of the way. Okay, so now you can see the wires that go under there. That's where you're going to route the new one. So I'm just going to get these red wires out of here so you guys don't get confused. Alright, so once you've got this out of the way, you're going to have your plugs here. Now I had tapped in wires to this plug here because I did this without the harness. I am going to solder this back together. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Heat this guy up. And that melts the solder in there and keeps it all nice. I gotta do the end a bit right there, but that is how those guys work. They're extremely handy. And they're super strong, they're waterproof. And that is, like, you can yank on those wires. I'll show you here. Like, I'm pulling on this hard enough that my hands I'm pretty sure I just unpinned it from the thing before that broke. So I'm going to go do that with this one because I can't remember. One of these two is upshift, one's downshift. So I'm going to repair that one. Then I'm going to plug the harness in. Okay, so I've got those done. Now the next step is to pop your steering column down. So you got to undo those. And then once you release this and push it up, it should kind of just pop down for you there. Then you're going to come to this tab here. Things you got to push in the back and slide that lever down. So I'm going to undo that because it's impossible to do with one hand, and then come back. Okay, so that does like that. And then you're going to want to remove this outer case from the wiring. Now, to do that, you got to pop that little clip there, and it should just slide right off. I'll show you what that looks like in a sec. Okay, pay attention to this part. So the case slides down like that, and then you have all the pins. So you can see them there, the yellow, that yellow one, and the other yellow and white one. Those are 2 and 4. So you can see left there, that's number 1. And this is number 2 right here. So unpin that one and this one. And you do that by pressing that little triangular piece down and pulling on the back of the wire. Okay, so this is what they look like when they're unpinned. So you have that pulled out. And then you'll put one of the new ones in there, and I will tell you guys which ones are which in a second. Okay, so now that you're done with the hardest part, which is finding the 2 wires and unpinning them, now it's as simple as plugging this end here, plugging this end there, and then simply clicking these 2 in. Now, if you get them reversed, just swap them around. Like if left paddle is up shift and the right is down shift, then just swap them around, but I'm going to figure that out for you so you don't have to do that. And I'm assuming black is downshift for negative, but we'll see. Okay, so once you've got those plugged in, just kind of tuck them down there. I've got the one down there, and I've got this one just held into the little bracket where the blue one was initially. Then you're going to take this black wire, and you're going to run it under here, down this side piece, and then up into the dash. I will show you. So you're going to go down this corner piece, you're going to come out here, and then you're going to go up the dash here, and then wire it up into the harness here, and then do some zip ties. So I'll show you what that looks like once I've pinned everything up. Okay, so I started it up, and it was backwards. So black goes into pin 2, white goes into pin 4. I assumed black would go into the yellow with black stripe and white would go into the white with white stripe, but nope. So that is how it goes. And then underneath here, I've got it going down here and then into here. So just gonna button everything up and we'll go for a drive. Alright, we've got everything back together under the dash. I mean, I don't have my kick panel on, but no wires anywhere. See nothing. I guess I should probably go get gas. Don't mind the gear icon, my car does that ever since I got the XHP transmission tuned, just because the display doesn't show something properly, I don't know. Look at that, the shifters work. hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This is Beamer-Fonz out. Whoops. Not trying to get sideways there. Peace.